Welcome back to another episode of the Randy Wilson Podcast. I'm your host, Randy Wilson. This is episode 89. This is Virginia's #1 podcast for hip hop culture and intentional content. However, today we're doing something a little bit different. We are in Toms River, New Jersey today with Jadaya Bivins. And so I'm going to get into a little bit of introducing you to her. But before I do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, tell somebody to tell somebody. And again, thank you for continuing to support the Randy Wilson podcast. You can also follow Randy Wilson podcast on Instagram or anywhere that you like to consume podcast content. Also go over and check out randywilsonpodcast.com. We have some new things coming there soon, so stay tuned. However, this is episode 89, Jadaya Bivins. You're going to learn about Jadaya if you haven't already, because she is one of the new cast members on Annie Live. And some of y'all folks, y'all remember Annie. If you're not familiar with the new Annie Live, you're going to get familiar. However, if you remember the song, the little girl that had the little afro that was running around. I mean, particularly you 80s folks. I know you 80s folks and you 90s folks remember the original Annie. So Annie Live is a new this movie, play. It's a whole picture. We're going to learn all about it. But I want to make sure you learn about Jadaya first. She is a singer, songwriter, and she's also an independent artist. Again, based out of Toms River, New Jersey. Jadaya started singing around the age of 3. And I had a great conversation with her mother in regard to how she was able to kind of identify and see how Jadaya just evolved into blossoming. And like, mom knows talent, obviously, because Jadaya has just blossomed into being this beautiful young lady who wrote her first single last year, a little bit over a year ago now, Green Eyes in 2020. She's getting familiar with the big stage. She's performed at Stony Pony in Asbury, New Jersey, and she's also performed at the legendary Apollo Theater. She's already doing voiceover work, and again, most recently, she's being recognized as one of the cast members, one of the orphan children on the new Annie Live. But again, today is our opportunity to get familiar with her. Now, this is her first interview. And what I think makes this very special is that it's her first. There's no reason for her to have any butterflies in her stomach. She's on the big stage already. And, one day when she's, well known because of gracing every Essence magazine and Ebony magazine, and she's going to blow up. One day you look back at this and you say, you remember when you first became familiar with Jadaya? YouTube is here forever. So Jadaya, thank you. And mom, thank you. Definitely got to take the hat off to the mother. Just kind of learning and seeing the journey that momagers are doing right now, and really mothering, but also managing and keeping their children. It's a blessing. I'm seeing that word more and more grow, and learned a little bit from mom a few weeks ago about the work that she's doing and supporting her daughter. So we're going to get a little bit of both here today. But Jadaya, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Jadaya. Did I introduce you well?
Yes.
Okay, great. Because one of the things that we talked about in the beginning that I want to make sure we put emphasis in is that this has been a journey. This has been a process. You started as a young girl. Can you talk to me a little bit about the journey for you? Like, what has it been like growing up to just being this little girl that was singing and probably aggravating folks to some degree? But then, mom beginning to recognize and see that you were talent. And tell me about your journey.
So basically, like, it started out with me, like, not really even noticing that I'm just singing songs, like the same song over and over and over again, until like somebody would be like, "Can you stop singing that? Like, you keep singing that song, like sing something else." And so basically, like, that just kept happening. And then like one day my mom just like told me that I was gonna like do singing lessons, and I was so excited. And so for a couple of years I went to the music academy, and I sang at the library, and as you said, the Stone Pony with the music academy. And so like that gave me a lot of like stage practice so I could like sing in front of audiences and stuff. And so that's basically where it started. Yeah.
How did you get to the Apollo?
So um
I asked her, did she ever hear of the show Apollo before? And then I explained to her what it was and asked her, would she want to audition to be on the show?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, like I was a little nervous and like I had to think about it for a little bit, but then I was like, okay, yes, I want to. And so when we got there, I was like so nervous because there weren't that many kids there. There was like just really only adults. But then I went on the stage because it was like my turn to sing, and I sang One Moment in Time by Whitney Houston. And so when I was done, they like clapped for me and stuff. And then who was it?
One of the ladies that was deciding who was going to move on, or they would let you know that you would hear back from them, in a few weeks. I'm not sure whether she was like one of the directors or not. I don't remember.
But like, what did she say?
She said that you'd be coming back.
Yes, basically she wanted me to come back like for the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like I'm just gonna say how I felt like right before I was going on. Like me and my mom, we were like literally I could see like the people like through the like right behind the curtain, and I was like getting nervous, and the person before me was like starting to wrap up their song. And so like I was like my bottom was shaking and stuff because I was so nervous. But then I just got up on the stage, and really like once I'm up there, it's kind of like I'm like, well, I'm here now, so I just have to do it. Like,
yeah,
I have to do it. And so
and you're doing it. And you recognize you're doing it. I mean, I don't even know you, and I'm so proud of you. And I'm proud of the situation. Particularly when I'm seeing mom manage not only you, but you also have two other siblings, if I'm correct as well. And it's just a beautiful thing. It really is. I don't think people see this happen every day. I hope that you recognize it's a very unique and extraordinary time and situation. And I think that the future is extremely bright for you. Talk to us about the big thing, Annie. Like, what is this like? How is the life now? Because your mom was sharing with me that you have academic instruction, I guess, 3 hours a day? Well, you did. I don't know. Give me the process of what it's been like, because now it's out, if I'm correct.
Yes.
And so you can tell me like how life has changed. So give me the kind of the picture. The past 3 months or so have been pretty intense.
Yes. So I'm just going to start with like how it started. My agent, of course, she sent like the script for the character Pepper. And so I was like thinking to myself, this is really cool, but like I'm kind of tall to be an orphan, so like I'm not expecting to like get the part. But then like I got a call back to sing, and I was kind of like, well, these notes are kind of high. And so I was like, I'm not going to be negative, but I don't know if my voice is going to be there, and I don't know if they'll want me. But then I got the dance call back too. And so then I was starting to get like really excited. And then we did the Zoom call, and we got to like meet the producer and the choreographer. And so after that was over, we were just like trying to be super positive and like say that no matter what, I did my best. And so then my agent, she called my mom, and my mom was like so excited. And I was like trying not to get too excited because I was like, I don't know what she's talking about. I'm just going to act like I don't hear anything. And then when my mom was off of the phone, she's like, you're an Annie live. And then I was like so excited. I cried, and I was just really happy. We were screaming all around the house. But like when we were like well into rehearsal, I did have to do 3 hours of school a day, like right before rehearsal. And so basically it was just virtual, and my teachers would just send stuff for me to do. And then we would go into rehearsal for like 2 hours. And then we would go out and have lunch for an hour and then come back for like 3 more hours of rehearsal. And then sometimes we would like just talk about what we're doing like the next week or the next day. And then we would just go.
But if I understand correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're in Toms River, New Jersey.
Yes.
All of this Annie work was happening in Manhattan, correct?
Yes. Well, it started in Manhattan and then it went into Long Island.
Okay. But you and your family were staying in a hotel for a period of time, correct?
Yes.
But this is kind of like a lifestyle change. Has you ever had that type of experience where your work has uprooted you from home and is like, okay, was that new for you?
Yes, it was really new.
Did you enjoy that experience?
Yes. I think the longest time I've ever been in a hotel is like 5 days.
Yeah. Like a regular vacation. Like, yeah,
Yes.
this was work. Mom, what was that experience like for you?
It was very different. I was telling my husband, because he's over here as well, so I want the audience to know that my husband, we do everything that we do because he works so hard every day to make everything possible for our whole family, like everything that we do, the children being put in classes, making it possible for me to stay home and manage the girls and their careers and everything. If it weren't for him being the hard worker that he is,
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. We like to make sure there's a lot of emphasis shown and praise is recognized. That's Black excellence right there. It sounds like, and he's not going to show his face. Is that how it's going to be? He's not. He's
right there on the couch chilling with his legs propped up.
He's a proud husband and a proud father. Obviously, we take our hat off to him. I never asked any questions about anything, but I'm glad that you brought that out because, again, those are not stories or examples that I think that we see every single day, but it's shown in proof that they do exist. And so I'm happy to hear that. But what was this like for you guys?
So like I told him, like after the first night when we came back from being away for so long, I was so exhausted, so sleepy because the girls had like their own little after party at the hotel and we didn't get back up to the room until like 1:40 in the morning. And then he was there to pick us up like early in the morning. So by the time we got home and got settled and it was finally bedtime, I was so sleepy that I'm laying in the bed and I think I heard one of my kids come in the room, but because I dozed off. And when I kind of like was waking up a little bit because I heard a voice, I was confused as to where I was. Like, where am I? I got like a little confused because I felt like we were gone for so long, away from what we're used to, the regular normal life. But I think it was like kind of fun. It was like fun, adventurous. It was different, like very new.
We spent 4 whole weeks without a car in the city.
Yeah, we were walking every day, everywhere. I think we know Times Square very well. The first week we were going in one direction to a dance center for the first week of rehearsal, and then the next 3 weeks we were going in a different direction to a church where they had the other set of rehearsals. So it was quite interesting living like New Yorkers.
Yeah. Tell me, Mom, your daughter, and we want to learn a little bit more about this also because, again, she's a singer, songwriter, she's an independent artist. I'm of the impression that because she's an actress, she's probably a model as well. I don't know if that was in the bio, but
no, she doesn't model.
But she's going to end up being like, she's in the visual arts,
right?
And so there's going to be paychecks to come. And I guess my question for you is, you and your husband have already obviously done a great job. Can you speak to, like, I always use the word ingredients because I think it takes a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Can you speak to like what you've done to get here, but what you also will continue to do as she ascends in her career, and as your relationship evolves, and I would like you to share this in a way that it can provide an example to other parents and other young girls who are coming up in this industry, because it's not always nice to them. Can you speak to like what you have done and what you and your husband will continue to do to keep her on the straight path?
Well, first and foremost, we definitely keep her lifted in prayer and our family lifted in prayer, as far as just believing that, whatever is for her or whatever is for us as a family, that, it's for us. And just trying to make sure that we speak positively, but keeping it real though. We don't ever want to be fake about this industry at all, because I've been told from the very beginning that this entertainment industry is a very tough industry. So I know I have asked Jadaya repeatedly on different occasions, to the point where she thought that I didn't want her to be in the entertainment industry. She said, well, because I saw her get a little sad, like one of the times when I would ask her on different occasions, I would be like, so Jadaya, you sure you want to be in the entertainment industry? And then this one particular day, she kind of looked a little sad, and I was like, well, what's wrong? And she goes, I just feel like you really don't want me to be in it because you keep asking me that. And I said, no, it's not that I don't want you to be in it. I just need to know that you truly want to do it. I said, I'm only asking you just to make sure that you truly want to do what you're saying you want to do. And she would say, yes, this is definitely what I want to do. So whenever she would tell me that, I would use that as a way of helping her to understand all the things that she's going to be up against. Letting her know that you're going to have people that probably don't like you, and they don't have a reason for not liking you. They just not going to like you. You're going to have people that are just going to be jealous of you, and they're not going to celebrate you. Like I try to just keep it real, and tell her how hard you got to work. I try to take classes myself to understand the business side of everything. I don't know everything. I started from zero, but I thank God for where I am today, because I felt a little overwhelmed when I first started realizing how much you need to know. But when I look back from when I first started to now, I'm like really proud of myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, wow, I remember when I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
And so for her, it's just been a matter of just continuously encouraging her to be consistent, keep doing what you say you're going to do. It's not always easy. Everybody wants to take a break from time to time, but it's, as a manager / mom, sometimes I would tell her, all right, Jadaya, I'm talking to you as a manager today. So we got to like talk, and then sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm the mom, so we're not going to really, be all that serious.
Yeah.
But, so for the most part, that's basically what it's been about is, just always be open, just always be honest, face the reality that it's not easy, but it's actually fun. It's not easy learning so many different things, but when you try to learn these things and start learning them, you actually appreciate it. I remember I was telling my cousin the other day, because he's in entertainment as well. And I was telling him, I said, I don't always mind it so much if I fail at something that I didn't understand the first time. I said, because then the next time I'm like, I remember that I failed in this area or it didn't go so well. So maybe I need to try something different. So I try to approach everything in that way.
Thank you for that. I think that provides an example. There's parents that's going to listen to that, and they're going to be right there with you, and they're going to be like, they're going to be championing with you. And then there's going to be those parents out there who are going to need that example. And there's going to be those kids who need that example because they may not get it from their own parents. There's a lot of parents out there who's just chasing their children's dreams. Actually, their children's dreams are sometimes their parents, right. But I gained in the conversation with you, when we spoke a few weeks ago, something that inspired me to ask that question, because I knew that there's a lot of other people who, for one reason or another, they would benefit from your response. And so thank you for sharing that. Jadaya, I was talking to my mom about this interview because my mom don't typically listen to my podcast, so she'll like this part. Like she don't like half the guests I talk to, but she was really excited about you, and she kept saying that she telling all the people at work, yeah, my son's gonna interview the girl Annie. I said, no, mom, it's not Annie. I said, but she's one of the cast members, and of the orphans, are you the only Black orphan?
Yes.
And
Besides,
then Annie's Black in
Yeah.
this one. And so, that's that's really powerful. Do you recognize that? Because you are winning, you're winning based off, first off, you already won. You're on the show, okay? You've already accomplished something because you're on the show. And then you've accomplished something because if they chose one Black orphan and it was you, the main character's Black, and people are now beginning to get confused a little bit on, they know Annie's Annie, but there's another Black girl on there. And so because of that, there's eyes there. And that's going to help you. I don't know. Have y'all thought about that? I don't know if maybe y'all hear that. That's what my mom, I had to argue. I'm like, Mama, this is not her. I said, listen, I went to Instagram. Mama, this is Jadaya. And then this is the other young lady. I said, but you are on to something here because, we've already been in the year of the Black woman, Beyonce, Oprah, Michelle Obama, like Black women been killing it for a y'all been on, I ain't gonna say a long time, but y'all are like rise, powerful right now, definitely, right? And then when you see these young Black actresses coming up, and I say that because most actresses, my wife and I talk about this all the time, most actresses and actors, a lot of time, we don't see them come from the ground up in the entertainment industry. They come from like social media, or they're like a musician first or art,
Right.
But like you are an artist, you're a songwriter, but the world is becoming familiar with you first as an actress. I think that's special. Okay. Just bless you.
Thank you.
I think that's real special. I hope you see that too. Are you recognizing anything, like, as people confused you, two of you, at all? Has that happened?
Yes.
Then let them keep doing it, okay? Just let them keep doing it, because you might be the next main feature on the next show that someone's watching coming up. But I want to segue here. We got like 5 minutes. Talk to me about you as a songwriter and as a singer. Like how, where's the balance at, or is there a balance? Or are you just like, do you have interest in one thing more than the other? Like, because the world is going to want to know what's next for Jadaya. Which the name, great job with the name, by the way. That was you kind of won. Like you was meant to be. That name is I don't know if I know a Jadaya. I don't think I know a Jadaya. So talk to me about that, Jadaya. What's next? What's new? What do you want to do? How do you want to approach the rest of your career?
Right now I want to write like Christmas songs for next year. But really, because I also play the piano, I'd like to use that to help me write my songs or just sing covers. So really, like, being at the piano helps me like get ideas for songs, or just be like, I kind of feel like playing the piano, but then I also feel like singing a song, or I also feel like writing a song. And so, like, that's really how it is for me.
Well, there's some great things there. You said if you do a Christmas album, right? That's very narrow. It's very specific. Okay, it's easily to Google. It's very Googleable, right? And it's not like wide open and broad, just like someone just doing anything. So like you could focus on Christmas music or a certain specific narrow thing. And once all the attention come to that, then you can easily continue to introduce people to other parts of you. Same thing with the piano. There's a lot of artists out there who are extremely talented, but they can't play the piano and sing at the same time. And so look at Alicia Keys. I mean, Alicia Keys has actually got away from the piano a little bit more throughout her career. But when she came into it, she knew where her bread and butter was at. And That's key. I think John Legend, he knows where his bread and butter is. He don't need to try to make any dance moves. It's not to his benefit. It's not to his benefit. So, Jadaya,
but Jadaya also forgot to mention that she does have a new song and video that's supposed to be coming out at the beginning of next year.
You want to tell us about that, Jadaya? You don't want you? Are you? You know? Can we break that? This is exclusive here. Okay, this is exclusive. Let us know. What's the name of the song?
The song is Secrets.
Listen, young lady, you better not have no secrets at 13 years old, though.
Oh, she's 15.
15?
Yeah.
Well, my apologies. I thought she was 13. I'm sorry.
Y'all
better not have no secrets, though. Dad is right over there in the corner, okay? He's no secrets.
I actually get most of my inspiration from like movies and stuff. So it's not usually my actual life. It's like, what if this happened? Maybe I could just write a song about it.
Okay, she's an artist. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because some of the kids teased her about her song Green Eyes. They thought for sure it was somebody in her school. And she's like, it's nobody.
I was like, it's just made up.
Let the imagination go. I was actually curious about that as well. So thank you. Kind of that's interesting.
The Green Eye Boy is not real.
Jadaya, so when will the song drop? Do we have a date?
We don't have like a final date, but we know that it should be coming out the beginning of next year.
Maybe February. February or so.
Is the music choreographed by you? Everything?
Yes.
Piano?
We got a producer, but yes, she's done all the lyrics.
Okay. All right. Looking forward to that. Then maybe you're gonna have to come back. We'll go IG Live or something when that comes on, and because the future is extremely bright. I can't wait to see it. You're a dancer also, correct? Do you consider yourself a dancer? Like, I mean, you got so many talents. Like, where does dancing come in at?
I
don't consider myself a dancer, but I can dance.
Got you.
Crazy quick story. I know our time is probably up, but when she was in Annie Live, nobody could believe that the girl has never taken a dance lesson ever. Nobody could believe that. And so she actually just took a trial dance class tonight.
Yeah,
they were just so surprised that she was able to do all those moves and never had taken dance ever in her life.
Natural. Well, a lot of things have been natural for her. For those of you who don't know, the piano, and that just came natural as well. I think Mom shared with me that she just started picking up sounds and putting it down. So obviously a talent, Jadaya. Before we close, I want to do something. I like to do like a little game in the end sometime where people just kind of learn some fun facts about you. Okay. So these are all random 7 questions, completely impulsive. I don't know what I'm going to say yet. All right. I'm just going to ask questions and you're going to give very quick answers. All right.
Okay.
All right. You're 15 years old. So, what are you listening to? Like, what kind of, like, if you can listen, I was going to say CDs, but that's like non-existent anymore. I got to remember my demographic. Remember who you're talking to, Randy. If you're going to go on Spotify, Apple, like, what's your preferred artist to go listen to right now? You can name 2.
Ariana Grande and The Weeknd.
Interesting. Okay. I know who both of them are, but I don't, but I wouldn't know The Weeknd. What is it about The Weeknd that appeals to you? Curious.
I think I didn't realize how many songs I actually knew by him. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, whoa. Yeah. And then when he came out with Blinding Lights, I really liked that song.
Okay.
And so I just like his creativity mostly though.
Got you. Okay. Thank you. Number 2, has there been any teacher in your life that has been very, you think, like instrumental to your development? Or let me not just say teacher, like anyone, obviously your parents, right?
Yes.
Obviously. But has there been anybody else that you feel like that their presence or their involvement in your life has contributed into your development in a great way? I like to see opportunities for shout outs can be made. If so, if not, just give them all the praise and to God, Mom, and Dad. That's fine as well.
My teacher from the Music Academy, her name is Alicia. Her Instagram is Alicia Madison. she like was basically training me for a couple of years. So I think that's where it really started.
Okay. We'll have to check her out and make sure that she gets her recognition. Alicia Madison. Do you like sports?
Yes.
What's your favorite sport?
Field hockey.
Oh God, I'm just so like, I don't even know what that is. Field hockey. I mean, I know what it is, but I was, I guess I like to get the basketball or volleyball. Okay. You're exposing here that you're different. You Ariana Grande and field hockey. I'm keeping up with it. All right. Fourth question. Favorite food?
Soup.
Mom, like what
I
kind
love
of child
soup.
do you have here? Like soup.
That's her thing. Love soup. Yeah.
Like,
I'll
God,
eat almost any kind of soup.
my goodness. Like, I mean, okay. I'm assuming, have you ever made a B? Are you a straight A student? Or are you an A-B student? It's one or the other.
Basically, all through middle school, I was a straight A student. And this year I have all A so far.
Of course you do. Like I was waiting for her to say, well, all through middle school, I was a straight A student, but in high school, I actually just got a B. No, you are a dinosaur. You're a unicorn. You're like, this is what it takes, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it takes to be great. Look at it. I mean, like she eats soup, field hockey. Okay. All right. Let me see here. You're a freshman in high school, I guess, right?
Yes.
All right. Is there any celebrity childhood crush out there that's in the entertainment industry, the movie industry? Is there someone that you look at and you're like, I like that. That's the person. I really wish that person could, order me McDonald's.
Not really. Like, of course, like some actors on TV, I think they're cute.
Looking at dad.
But she wouldn't want McDonald's. She would want Panera Bread.
Oh, okay. Okay, of course. Soup and a salad from Panera Bread. That's what it's going to be. All right. Last question, Jadaya. Two-part question. How was this for you? How was this conversation?
This is really fun. I would want to do it again.
Then that's how we ended. Tell people in the future, okay, why they should tune into the Randy Wilson podcast, because they're going to get a chance to meet Jadaya and her mom, Michelle, correct?
Yes.
Jadaya and Michelle, I really appreciate you guys being on the show. You have been a pleasure. I could talk to you guys longer, but I anticipate it. I anticipate that we'll continue to build rapport, communication. We'll be communicating throughout the week as we produce and put out content. And Jadaya, I remember where you did your first, okay?
Okay.
Because we are going to follow your journey. We're really excited to do so. So thank you guys both for being on the show, okay?
And we thank you so much for giving Jadaya this opportunity. We really, really appreciate it. We thank you for your kindness, your generosity with the time. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Not a problem at all. If I didn't have another person coming up here in the next few minutes, I would stay on talking, but we're jam packing tonight. So we really appreciate it. And we appreciate you guys for tuning in. This has been episode 89 of the Randy Wilson podcast. Stay tuned. You're going to see Anthony Morrow, former NBA basketball player with the OKC Thunder, in the next episode. He's going to talk to you about his new role and the things that he's doing in the city of Charlotte, North Carolina. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we are out.